Hello everyone, my name is Med Scorpion, and welcome to the first day after Solstice. Now, obviously, like I just said, Solstice has just ended, so the towers are cleared out. And honestly, right now, in the last few weeks of the season, it is going to be quite mellow as events and things go by. It's going to be a lot of last chances for weapons and various things as they come around. Some things will be definitely leaving us at the end of the season. So I would definitely just treat everything as a last chance. Like, I'm not 100% sure about what's rotating in and out at the end of the season in terms of like strikes and trials and all that, but I do say there is a few things, obviously there is a few things that will be leaving us, so I'm just going to say treat everything like it's your last chance to get it, and get a few get a few good rolls of some stuff as it comes in and out. So, going into the destinations to start off with strikes, the current active Nightfall is the Arms Dealer Strike, which is actually a pretty easy one to farm if you have the right setup and everything. Oh, that just happened. Now that I have a plugin, now the modifiers are Scorched Earth for more grenades, Barrier Unstoppable Champions because Cabal, Chaff for no radar, the Grandmaster modifiers of Match Game, Equipment Lock, Extinguish, Limited Revives Mob Champions. With Solar and Void Shields and Acute Solar Burn, you just need a Gallowhorn and maybe an Ascendancy or two just to make this a little bit easier. But, you know, a Sleeper, a Xenophage, other solar-heavy options are also, you know, an option just because it's that. And then with this week, it is currently the Adept Plug 1 for your weapon. So I don't know if it is leaving, but treat it as if it is. And, you know, get it while you can, because otherwise you won't for a while. But moving on into Gambit, there's nothing happening with Gambit per the usual because it is Gambit. Crucible, like I said, Iron Banner has left us. We're going to be getting some reworks mentioned in the TWAB, but as of then, the Rotator match is Showdown. In case anyone's curious, and Trials will be returning for the next couple of weeks until the start of the next season, which I think it'll go on brief hiatus. Now, the Vault of Glass. Currently, it is the weekly featured raid, which means all challenges are available, and all of the Timelost weapons are once again available, because Master Mode has been re-enabled with recovery-focused armor for the vaults. That being said, our weekly dungeon as well is a Grasp of Avarice if you wish to go for an extra Pinnacle drop. Now, speaking of raids, going into the Throne World, for Master Mode Vow of the Disciple, it is currently mobility-focused armor with Swift Destruction, which is First Encounter Challenge, which basically means that you have to kill all of the abominations that spawn in the first encounter, relatively around the same time within a few seconds of each other. Now, in the rest of the Throne World areas, basically, for the replayable mission, it is the opening mission of the Witch Queen campaign on Mars. And then for our Wellspring, it starts us off with Come to Pass, a full rotation with the auto rifle. Now, moving into the rest of the world. For Eternity, checking back there, our Dares of Eternity timeline is Vex, Cabal, and Crota, if you so wish to grind that out. Now, in terms of the rest of the world, we don't have any more seasonal challenges. We don't have anything more developing, really. So the last thing to actually check that's at all seasonal is the Cyber's Battleground being on the moon this week. But aside from that, there's pretty much not else more we can learn in terms of challenges or anything. There's no active boosters. Like I said, the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty calm. The last week of the season, we might have all the boosters active at once, just so for wrap-up purposes. But otherwise, checking the guns that we have at Banshee, just for that. We have Shepherd's Watch, which is not a bad Crucible sniper rifle. There is some good options that could come along, plus it is one of those few kinetics that are in the adaptive frame, otherwise you might be stuck with Succession. But otherwise, we also have Luna Lada, which is a Viced Stasis bow, this is essentially the replacement of Arsenic Bite from the modern day. I don't remember if that even still drops, but basically this is Arsenic Bite, but actually Stasis in addition, which does have some unique rolls, but I will say Headstone is a great option that can roll on this thing. Now we have Stochastic Variable, which is a very unique SMG because it's one of the last few of the Amalon lightweight SMGs, which also at the same time come with 3 magazine perks naturally, which is a unique function, but it also has the unique function of Phase Magazine, which if you don't know what that does, is basically converts it from a 900 round per minute SMG to a 720, aka a vertical frame. So if you wanted to, basically on this roll, it's currently one of the most optional stable, Airhead Brake for all your recoil control, Then you have Zen Moment and Elemental Capacitor, which if you use with Void is all the stability. But at the same time, if you want to just calm down it and lower rate of fire, more damage, less, less kick, you can go with Phase Mag if it comes on that. Now, we also have Augma PR6, which is a solid lightweight pulse rifle, of course, redone with Origin perks, but doesn't have that great of options. It is pretty good for Crucible, but I would say Disruption Break is a good option, but at the same time, usually when you're using Disruption Break, you're using Arbalest, which also has that intrinsically. Now, we also have Palmyra, which is a very good rocket launcher, but like I say, every week it shows up. This is a good role if you just need a rocket launcher, or specifically a Stasis Heavy, but otherwise, I'd recommend you just get to work crafting this one and level it up yourself if you want the God roll. That is also what cannot be said about Typhon, which comes around every week, and I give it my good chops. It has definitely good rolls. Stasis, so it can apply to Stasis builds and all sorts of things. Maybe even has chill, if I remember, it also has chill clip, so it can function in that form, just being a little mini Stasis turret. But at the same time, it isn't craftable for some reason. This one is, this one isn't. I don't know why. But that being said, that's pretty much everything for the reset. Of course, I will do Eververse, because that's pretty much the most important thing as the season ends, to make sure that you get all the stuff that you want to get your hands on before the season ends. Aside from that, like I said, as the season winds down, pretend that everything is going away next season and get as many good rolls of what you can before the season ends. Trust me, I lost out in some of the rolls in the new Stasis hand cannon and all that from Solstice. Then again, I didn't really care much about Solstice. That being said, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.